Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike, for you guys joining me for the first time, and this is my collectible channel here on YouTube. Let you guys know about my Instagram. The link is in the video description as well as on the screen. And in addition to that, I do have an eBay store that I am updating daily with lots of different types of things. I sell a lot of Halloween vintage items. Halloween the movie, Michael Myers, Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Masters of the Universe, Batman, wrestling. The list goes on and on and on. I have close to 1,000 items listed. So if you want to check that out, the direct link is in the video description as well as on the screen. And thank you to anybody who has purchased anything off that store. I appreciate it. That is buying me many a dragon fruit lemonade from Starbucks. My new backdrop, since we are on the road to Halloween 2025. In particular, what we will be covering today is going to be this shelf here. I'm going to go through all of these Halloweens, check out the artwork. Some of these are sealed, so we won't be able to explore the discs that are within these, but as many as we possibly can. We're going to go through, check out the artwork, the menus, Halloween on DVD. We begin with this Halloween, the night he came home from Anchor Bay. This may be the first time that Halloween was released on DVD. You see, mine is actually sealed at the top, and then the disc on the inside matches the artwork. But there is an alternative addition to this. As you see, these have the same DVD catalog number. They are different when side by side. And back when, I was much more of a DVD collector than I am now, so I bought literally every edition of Halloween that came out. Not so much now. I did skip the recent Amazon Steelbooks, but something like this was enough to convince me to buy Halloween again and again. You see the holographic cover. Really, the only difference is the holographic cover. You see, everything else is just exactly the same between these two. This one does have the exact same disc. In addition to that, this one has the chapter menu as well as the postcard. We'll now take a look at that DVD's menu. Pretty cutting edge for the time, way back in 1999. Nowadays it'd be kind of considered lame, I guess, but back then it was really cool. Take a This would be the third time that I bought the same film on DVD. Those two are exactly the same release as this. This is not a holographic cover. This is a fake holograph print. See, it's not doing nothing. It's just a combined image. The font for Halloween is entirely different. It's an updated logo. The very same bonus features, except this one is a limited edition 2-disc release, whereas these are single disc releases. The only difference being this includes the Halloween TV version. And when you open this up, I noticed this a long time ago when I first bought this. I'm not sure if it's this disc. Yeah, this is a gold disc. Can't really tell on camera, but this is actually a gold disc versus the typical silver discs. This one includes the TV version, the very nice looking Halloween 1 artwork on the cover. And in addition to that, this comes with a bunch of stuff in the little package here in the back. This comes with this TV chapter selection guide, the one that we've seen previously, and a Halloween postcard, all included on this Anchor Bay 2-disc set. Picked this up at Blockbuster Video of all places. For being a Blockbuster used copy, it is in pristine condition. Let's see if this is also a gold. Nope, this is not a gold one. This is just a standard DVD. Maybe you could tell now, back to back, gold. So those are all the same 1999 Anchor Bay Halloween release. And we have the exact same menu as we had previously. Same exact graphics. Same exact everything. Same exact bonus features as well. We're going to move it along to disc number 2. So this is disc number 2, what the menu looks like. Pretty straightforward. Chapter selections and about the TV version. I'll scroll through this in case you guys want to pause the video and read what's on here. For its very first incarnation on home video, comes with an exclusive Halloween film cell, which I still do have to this day. Low on the special features, just a widescreen version of the film. I do dig the updated artwork. Nice job on the updated artwork. Chapter selections, as we had seen. I'm a nerd, so I keep my receipts and almost everything. You'll be seeing a lot of those throughout the video. I got this at Best Buy in 2001 for $14.99. Now we have the exact same menu, again, as we had previously. (2003) marked the 25th anniversary of Halloween, and it was treated to this Divimax series 25th anniversary edition, which initially it came in a gray slipcover DVD case, but didn't really dig the gray on this Halloween. It kind of looked odd with the rest of my movies, so I put it in this black case. A nice foil looking artwork, and this was loaded with extra features at the time, most of which being the audio commentary for the very first time on DVD. I remember we thought this was a major picture upgrade way back when, 2003. These are what the discs look like, nothing fancy. Bonus materials disc, feature presentation. It does come with this booklet for the 25th anniversary. I actually have this poster for sale up on my eBay store. And what do you know, another receipt comes falling out. Probably a little bit pricier for this one, but it's so faded I could barely read it. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but my eyes are not picking up the receipt very well. I think it says $15.99. That was it. Oh, okay. Back to the booklet. 25th anniversary. And we are almost 25 years past that already. Crazy how fast time goes by. This is the 25th anniversary menu. This would be for disc 1, which is just including the movie. And we have disc 2 here, which includes all of the bonus features as well as a Halloween documentary and a Halloween filming locations documentary, which would become Horror's Hallowed Grounds. This includes a DVD-ROM feature, a screenplay of Halloween 1, and 2 Halloween screensavers. (2007) would see the release of this updated, almost 3D artwork. And let me take a quick second and get this out of the way. I do recommend getting these slipcover cases for your DVD artwork. That way they will stay away from dust and dirt and potentially damaged. I'll get these slipcover cases on eBay, and I have all of my collectible films within them, like this one. It keeps the corners from getting dinged as well. But this is you can kind of see it, sparkly 3D Halloween slipcover case, but they also sparkly, I don't know if it's picking up or not, but it's also a sparkly side artwork on either side. Unfortunately, nothing new on this other than the artwork. I don't think I paid more than $4 for this at Kmart. And in addition to this, I helped myself to the sign that they had on the display. The display was almost empty, and to save the cardboard from a future of being thrown into a baler, I saw this gorgeous Halloween Night He Came Home sign, which I did not ask, I just took it. That's also, I think that's in one of my collectible Halloween episodes as well. Still have it though, 20 some odd years later, or close to 20 years later. The first box set of Halloween films, labeled as a 30th anniversary commemorative set, including the mini mask on the front. Reminds me of that, remember the mask that they used to call Michael Myers before he had licensed film masks? I may be dating myself here, but there was a thing that they called the mask. It was called the mask and chalk face. This resembles those old masks that were made by Don Post. This is the box set though for the film. The very first time that any Halloweens were released in a box set capacity. And unfortunately for us, it's fairly incomplete because they did not have the rights to put anything other than Anchor Bay owned Halloweens into it. You see, it was limited to 20,000 copies. And that put me off from owning it for a long time. I actually didn't buy this when it was brand new. I got a used copy at Rasputin probably, I don't know, a few years after it came out. Because I already owned all of these and I didn't really see the need to own them again. And the fact that it is hit or miss with the Halloween movies, it doesn't have Halloween 2 or 3 because those were owned by Universal. It doesn't have Halloween 6 or H2O because those were owned by Dimension and Miramax. So yes, it's a cash grab, but I've seen the potential of this becoming rare and I wanted to own one. This is what the inside looks like. The movies are housed. Nowadays, they would just all throw them all in like these cheap sleeves and they would get scratched coming out. At least back then, they put in a hard case. I hate the way they package things now. This would either be sleeves that are like just like this, they stuff the discs into and you gotta scratch them every time you take them out. Or the other thing they've been doing is they'll put a big plastic thing which holds like 20 discs. I mean, I get why they do it, trying to be cost effective, but it's not very helpful when discs are starting to get scratched. So this about covers everything that we are going to cover on today's episode. We've seen this already. The Blu-rays I'm going to do on a separate episode upcoming. The only new thing would be this 25 Years of Terror disc, which we will get to. And this is not the receipt for that. This is the receipt for, Land of the Dead. Didn't really care for that one. But I probably bought it because it was so cheap. 25 Years of Terror. So this is going to go in the 25 Years of Terror case. My old receipts from Halloween 4 and 5 when they got the DVD upgrade. We'll get to that in a while. Which are these, actually? These discs are coming up. But this is the Halloween box set. A cash grab release, which many of us fans bought only because we wanted the 30th anniversary set box that it comes with. I know that was the case for myself. Lastly, on our Halloween 1 releases is the Shout Factory. Halloween 1 could possibly be the very last time Halloween ever makes it to a DVD because there have been none since this was released. This came out in 2021. And I do have this copy in my hand I'm listing for sale on eBay. So if you need this copy of Halloween, hit the eBay store. I try not to price gouge when I can on stuff, especially stuff that's like that. Stuff I just want to get rid of. We're going to intermingle Halloween 2 and 3 here because, well, you'll see why in a few minutes. It's the first time Halloween 2 was ever released on DVD. This is not my original copy. I got a new copy from Rasputin after I got rid of my first one. Don't remember quite why, but yeah, here they are doing the crap that we love so much, using a picture from Halloween 1 on a Halloween 2 case with a Halloween 6 Michael Myers. I don't get it. But I guess I don't need to get it because I bought the movie, right? That's all they care about. This is the inside. Good Times Video. Anybody familiar with Good Times Video, you'll know that a lot of those VHSs up there back in the day were Good Times videos, especially on that shelf. This is the disc for Halloween 2 with a Halloween 6, a Michael Lerner, or George P. Wilbur. Let's see. I'm leaning towards George P. I think he played him in that particular part. That is that. Again, same thing. This is what they would refer to kind of like a gatefold cover. This is the actual hard case copy. Standard copy, same thing. Same old stuff. Look at that. They spared no expense, Good Times Video. One-sided is all you get.
This is a Halloween 2 menu from Good Times Video, including a picture of Halloween 1 and Halloween 6, but strangely enough, no images from Halloween 2. Go figure. Got some more production notes here from Halloween 2. If you guys want to pause and read them, go ahead. I'm going to keep the video moving along. Again, Halloween 6 down here by the buttons, which is kind of weird. At least we do see some Halloween 2 in these screens, however. Pretty cool scene index screen. Can't complain about this one. Now taking a look at the picture quality, this is in its original picture of 235:1, how it was filmed. So it's extremely widescreen, this particular version. You could tell. Picture quality, not terrible. A little step up from the VHS.
Moving along to the next time Halloween 2 would be released. Very similar to their VHS copy of this. And I do have, strangely enough, I forgot to mention, I do have this VHS, which is one of the most rare Halloween 2 VHS editions. Second only to, this is also pretty rare nowadays to find this on VHS. But this is the Universal Halloween 2. And I had said we will be grouping Halloween 2 and 3 together because of this. This Halloween 2 is intermingled with Halloween 3 on the double feature sets that we're going to be covering in a few minutes. Good on Universal for not going the Good Times route and using pictures from different films. So there's this, there's the chapters, there's the disc.
Just a very basic menu with no music and no animation. A brand new Halloween 2 logo. And again, extremely basic screens as you navigate through the DVD menu. No animation whatsoever. A little bit more bonus material than the previous release. The similar production notes as the previous Halloween 2 entry. No use of any other Halloween movie pictures, however, on this Universal release. Now, there is a noticeable picture quality improvement on this DVD compared to the previous one.
My personal favorite time that Halloween would come out on DVD is this. This is when the Shout Factory got the rights and they started doing right by us horror movie fans, loading us up with special features and whatnot and new artwork. And you can see this thing is fully loaded. If I was going to go with any copy of Halloween 2, this would be it on DVD. And not only that, and you can see how nice and clean my cases are by having been put in one of these covers. Halloween 2, and it does come with reversible artwork. In case you don't care for the updated artwork, you can always go with the classic. And I should say that is exactly what I did. I photocopied the backside, since this was 2-disc anyhow, so I could have one of each on display, just because I'm a nerd like that. So you have either artwork that you like, loaded with special features. This is what the first disc looks like, which is just the film. Second disc being the TV version. Love this artwork. Would have loved to have seen a full-size poster or a shirt that looks like this.
And easily the best Halloween 2 menu that we've seen so far. You get little snippets of the Halloween 2 movie in this menu. As you can see, they show a good portion of clips on the DVD menu. And in addition to all of the clips that they put on here, this is by far the most loaded Halloween 2 release when it comes to bonus material as well. The only thing that kind of sucks is if you're in a hurry and trying to get to the movie, then these little intermittent pauses on the screen can be annoying. But back to the bonus features, this thing is loaded versus the previous Halloween 2s that were released. You get a lengthy documentary, a Horrors Hallowed Grounds, among other things, deleted scenes, and an alternate ending, which were previously only available to be seen on AMC's Monster Fest, which later became Fear Fest. Scroll through some of these still photographs, and my DVD player on my computer has frozen, so it looks like we're not going to get to many. This would be disc 2. No animated menu. It's just a play the TV version or download the film script. And here's a little snippet of one of the deleted scenes.
So you see this release of Halloween 2. I know I'm going backwards, not forward, but I'm going backwards for a reason. Universal would re-release this with slipcovers over the years, including this glow-in-the-dark art. There's no reason for us to take this one out. We can look at the artwork and admire the artwork, but I will not be taking this one out because it is exactly the same as that on the inside. This would be a segue from Halloween 2 into Halloween 3. There are many glow-in-the-dark slipcovers for this release through the years. There is this orange one. There's this green one. I have a sealed one without a slipcover, which is ultimately this.
Now we have the debut for Halloween 3 here on DVD. Good Times Video. And I'm actually curious, because my memory fails me for once on this. Anybody know if this came out on VHS? This is one Halloween 3 that I do not own, if it is on VHS. There's a disc, the scene index, blank. As Good Times did not have the funds to print on both sides, apparently. Again with the Halloween 2 artwork on a Halloween 3 movie.
And yeah, I'm curious, does anybody know if this is on VHS? Because it would be the missing link for my collection, would go right about there.
So here we have another basic menu from Good Times Video. This is for Halloween 3, but you could have fooled me and told me it was Halloween 2 because it has Halloween 2 poster artwork on the menu. Surprised they didn't use the Ben Tramer scene on this explosion from Halloween 2, since they like using stuff from the wrong movie. This is not an animated menu and no music either. Here we have a very stretched 235/1 film. So if you want to see this in extremely widescreen, this would be the copy to go with, because you could see as from my screenshots that it is extremely widescreen and the correct aspect ratio.
Halloween 3 would pop up once again on DVD in 2003, this time through Universal, and this time with no Halloween 2 artwork. And with the brand new Halloween 3 logo, which is still used to this day, see it on the disc, my DVD does not have any kind of chapter list.
Kind of an upgrade here with this menu. There is no music, there's no animation, but at least it's the right movie. And to be quite honest, I wouldn't mind seeing a t-shirt or a hoodie with the artwork. The Halloween 3 trick-or-treaters there on this menu, and I've used that image actually in a few of my YouTube thumbnails as well. Kind of strange recommendations if you liked Halloween 3. I liked Halloween 3, but I didn't really care for either of those two that much. Images that you could hear, right? Pretty basic. We're going to check out the quality of the picture, which is drastically improved, fitted for widescreen TVs.
Season of the Witch Collector's Edition. And this would be from like 2012. Again, similarly to Halloween 2, they went ahead and upgraded the artwork. This is what one side of the artwork looks like. Overloaded with special features. I was really happy to get all of this back in the day. And again, it has reversible artwork, and so I chose to just, even though I don't house the disc in both of them, which would be literally impossible to do, I wanted to have both on display because they look cool next to each other. So I photocopied the back side of this, so I could not only have Cochrane, fuck you, showing in my display, as well as the Halloween 3 original artwork.
So this Shout Factory is when things started to take a turn for the better as far as menus and bonus features. Really cool Halloween 3 DVD menu featured on this Shout Factory when they got the rights to do Halloween 3. By far the best menu so far. Lots of clips from the movie. Different things as you click on to navigate through different menus. The best bonus features that we've seen so far, because there's actually bonus features. Check out the still gallery, although my DVD player that I have on this computer is not the best. When it comes to checking out still galleries, it likes to kind of just sputter along, and we're probably not going to get too far. Yep, we're stuck. So we'll check out the DVD picture quality. You see pretty clear picture for a DVD. The best that we've seen yet on any of the Halloween 3 DVDs.
Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. This is a gorgeous DVD case all around. This is not the first time that I bought this on DVD, though. I was late to becoming a DVD collector because they cost so frickin' much back then. This is the artwork from Anchor Bay. You pop it open. This is the disc chapter selection, and on the flip side you get a mini poster of Halloween 4. So the reason I did not pick this up for many years was because I opted to get this one, the limited edition tin case, which is much larger than your typical standard DVD case. Comes with just about the same type of stuff, though. See the same. Well, this one actually has a book, whereas the other one's just a poster and the chapter. Exactly the same disc. But it comes in this limited edition tin case. And these were actually limited to 40,000 copies. I think even less for Halloween 5, which we'll get to.
So this is actually a pretty good DVD menu for a 2001 DVD. Can't complain. You even get a few different images as you scroll through the chapters on here. Check out these extras. First time Halloween 4 made its way onto DVD, and any kind of bonus material would surface. Aside from trivia here, the trailer was included on one of the VHS tapes from Anchor Bay. Check out the picture quality here. Not too bad. I would put it somewhere. I don't know how the video, when this video actually that I'm making transfers to 4K for YouTube. I'm not sure if it's going to upconvert what I have on my screen right now, but I would put this somewhere about where AMC, when they air it on TV, picture quality. Not terrible, not 4K for sure.
Coming up, this is where that receipt belongs for you guys who are still with me. Halloween 4 and 5. I was so excited to see the picture quality upgrade on these coming from Divimax in 2006. Got mine from the now defunct Fry's Electronics. It used to be the go-to place. You guys who have been there know what I'm talking about. Your best buys were always at Fry's because they were so reasonable for stuff most of the time. This is the upgraded Halloween 4 disc. Kind of just a very basic artwork, I think. It looks like almost the same exact placard as that. They just redid the back. Not totally in love with this artwork. By far, out of all of the DVDs, this has been the weakest artwork that we've seen. But at least it came with brand new special features on it, right? This came with all of this new stuff on the bottom. An audio commentary with Ellie Cornell and Danielle Harris, who have no idea what they're talking about if you listen to it. And then the audio commentary with Alan McElroy, which is actually worth listening to.
This DVD menu gave me nightmares when I would fall asleep with Halloween 4 on. Imagine waking up to this in the middle of the night, looping over in a dark room. Okay, so it didn't give me nightmares, but it's pretty freaking scary, even as a grown man, right? To see just that shadow, that and then that flash. A little heavier on the extras for this Halloween 4 release. Anchor Bay doing some self-promotion here on the disc as well. Pretty basic chapter menu. The image in the background does not switch as you navigate through the chapter list as it did on our previous Halloween 4 that we looked at.
Halloween 4 from Blockbuster Video. Special Blockbuster case. All the Blockbusters closed down, obviously, so I picked up what I could Halloween related, and inside you have the 2006 edition Halloween 4.
Taking a look at the picture quality from 2006, you can see for DVD quality, this is actually pretty good. You can see lots of little details. Try watching a VHS of this. I remember growing up watching this on VHS. Everything was really, really dark. And this scene here, you couldn't even see that post that's there in front of Michael Myers. It looks like he had a hole blown right through him, but it actually hit that post there. If you watch it on VHS, you know what I'm talking about.
This has become a rare one now. This is 2012, and I'm a dork, even though this doesn't have a slipcover. I wanted to keep this artwork that's on here pristine. A noticeable upgrade on the artwork. This is brand new. I have no intention of removing this. The only special feature that I see different on here is it says there's a commentary with Dwight Little. Let's check out on the Blu-ray episode what this, actually I have it up there. Check it out now. How about that? Here's mine that I have up on my shelf. I keep it up there because it's signed by, I went to the Dark Delicacy signing in 2012, my very first ever horror related event that as far as a signing. So the disc probably looks just like that, except it says DVD instead of Blu-ray, be my guess. We'll get back to more on that in the Blu-ray episode. Moving along. This Halloween 4 Steelbook that I had imported. I believe I got it on Amazon.de. It does not have a holographic so much as it's supposed to. I mean, it's a holographic cover, but it's just not really a holographic image. You see, it doesn't really do nothing when you move it. And this was released in 2013, so there's a good chance that it's the exact same type of stuff that we were just looking at in this release. This is another one I never really picked up until I got heavy into collecting because I figured I already had both of these, so what's the point? The Halloween 4 and Halloween 5 double feature.
So this 4 and 5 is actually these Anchor Bay discs.
The very first time Halloween 5 would make it to DVD. I don't know why I have two of them. It looks like, I guess one is going to be heading to the eBay store. These are the exact same movies. Not sure how I probably didn't realize I had it already. Thought I found something I didn't have. I love that shot of Don Shanks. And then if you pull out the back, there's a nice little article on Halloween 5. In case anybody wants to pause and read it. These are the exact same release by the look of it. The disc art is just a Halloween 5 poster. There's this awesome shot at the Tower Farm again. Halloween 5 postcard as the chapter selection flip side. Yeah, I don't know why I would have two of these unless I just didn't realize. This one does not have that postcard in it. Yeah, they're the same. I'll be listing this one on eBay if anybody is interested. Halloween 5, let's see. Ooh, brand new condition. If you're interested, go grab it. So not only is this the first time that I bought Halloween 5 on DVD, this was the first DVD that I ever bought. Halloween 5, still remember, from Best Buy. This is they weren't called steelbooks back then, but that's what this is. Steelbook. It's called a DVD 10 case. And I paid $32.99 for this thing. I still remember. DVDs were pretty pricey back then. This one was almost 40 bucks after tax. This one was a limited edition to 15,000. Did you guys get a copy? Has a nice little booklet in here, I remember that. $32.99. Wonder what this goes for now. Probably double or triple that. But that is the same release that we looked at previously. It's the same exact disc, the same exact card. Only difference being there's a nice little Halloween 5 book on the inside of this DVD set.
So here we have a Halloween 5 animated menu. Pretty cool. Being it was the first time I seen anything in my life on DVD, this one holds a special place in my heart. Going from a VHS, which is just basic, to coming up to a DVD menu like this was a pretty cool thing in the 90s. Light on the extras, there's one little documentary in the trailer as well. It's your audio options, and then strangely enough, you have the option to watch this in widescreen or full frame. A non-animated chapter guide here as we're scrolling through it. Unlike Halloween 4, the background does not switch. Checking out the picture quality. Again, I'm going to be using AMC as a reference a lot. This is what it reminds me of watching this on AMC. AMC picture quality.
Similarly to Halloween 4, I have Halloween 5. The Revenge of Michael Myers. A blockbuster edition. Of the same DVD that we just covered. This would be the Anchor Bay Halloween 5 Divamax edition. Released in 2006. Loaded with some special features as well. Mine is a brand new sealed copy, but I do have here the very same disc is right here from the 4 and 5 double feature.
And this is the dud. I'm not sure if all of the Halloween releases were like this, but this is sure a disappointing menu. There's no music, just some pictures to get you through. It's like a menu somebody could have made on a homemade DVD. Picture quality improvement, though. Take a look at that. There's very little, you'd notice very little grain on this at all. So this is a step up from the previous Halloween 5 that we took. The very last time Halloween 5 would be released, at least here on DVD in the United States that I'm aware of. This Divimax edition. And by the look of it, it's just another re-release of this Divimax edition. See anything new on this? This being from 2012. And again, I do have it right here. The Blu-ray edition.
Before there was the real deal, Halloween 6, producer's cut, there were bootleg editions. That's exactly what this is. A friend of mine sent me this, because I had never seen the producer's cut. So this is the very first time I seen it, and the quality sucks. The picture quality sucks. Moving along, this is the first time Halloween 6 would be released on DVD. That is one plain disc, as was typical of Dimension and Miramax. Most of their discs were either like this or just a gray disc with the writing. Here's a chapter search. And good old Kmart, $7.99.
Miramax went the cheap route on Halloween 6's debut on DVD with this menu. It's just a picture with no music, no animation. So what it did not deliver on with the menu, it made up for in its picture quality, because the picture quality on this Halloween 6 is pretty impressive. Did a nice job with the transfer, especially for a DVD of this time.
So this is the Miramax Echo Bridge edition, which was out for about a year or so, and then it was gone, like it never existed. And if I could say one thing that they got right was the disc. They should have put that image on this release, in my opinion. Definite upgrade on the disc picture, but not so much the picture quality.
So here's where things started to get a little sketchy on the Halloween DVDs. This is when Echo Bridge began manufacturing these. You see a Halloween 6 menu with some Halloween H2O music. A very bare bones, almost homemade DVD menu. So checking out the picture quality, noticeably darker picture. And that's not necessarily a good thing, which we'll see when we compare these in a second here to the Miramax original Halloween 6. Again, a darker image. And we will be comparing these now here on the screen. Top left would be the original Halloween 6. Bottom half would be the Echo Bridge. You can see the picture difference.
This is the second DVD that I've ever owned in my life. Halloween H2O, a highly ranking Halloween film. Sadly, a falsely advertised audio commentary that doesn't exist. Here you go, and this is what I was talking about with the Dimension Miramax discs being just plain H2O poster, and then the chapter selections. I used to have the receipt in here because I remember I paid like $35 for this thing at Best Buy. This is also one of the most expensive DVDs that I ever bought.
And H2O with a sad DVD menu. Again, no music, no animation, just straightforward pictures with titles that are overlaying them. And certainly a missing, as advertised, audio commentary. But I was happy to have this on DVD. I absolutely loved Halloween H2O back when. Fallen a little bit down the ranks for me now, but more along the time of it came out, it was one of my top 2 Halloweens. Now it's probably in my top 5. Checking out the picture quality again, aspect ratio 235:1, and you can see it in its stretched image as it was filmed on this DVD.
H2O would next come along on Echo Bridge with updated artwork. Not crazy about the artwork myself. If we're going to compare side by side, I like this artwork, but I do appreciate this side artwork better, and definitely the back artwork. Funny they used an image from the TV version. Let me pop this open. Definitely giving the nod to this H2O disc because it has something other than being plain. Kmart again. Look at that. Halloween H2O. $3. I should have bought them all. One regret I don't have. These DVDs at Kmart were cheap for a limited time back when.
I don't know what the problem is with the mix-up on Echo Bridge's part because we had H2O music on a Halloween 6 DVD previously, and now we have Halloween Resurrection music on a Halloween H2O DVD. No attention to details, Miramax, Echo Bridge. They could have just... oh, come on. Again with the lackluster homemade DVD menu. A little bit grainy, a little bit blurry. Step up from the VHS, but definitely a downgrade from the Miramax and Dimension release, which we're going to compare right now as well. On the left is the H2O initial release from Dimension. See a sharper picture quality there versus the right, which would be the Echo Bridge.
We were almost done with the original film series of Halloween on DVD. This was a double feature. I think I got this at Rite Aid. One of my favorite Halloweens and my absolute least favorite. A hard time finding any redeeming qualities in Resurrection. Very bare bones release. Appears to be an international market, judging by the label that's on there. A brand new copy of Resurrection. This was not my original copy. I think I found this at Rasputin for like $4 or ish. So, not the biggest fan of this film, but I am a Halloween collector, and that was enough to get me to spend the extra money on another copy of a movie that I don't like.
See what I mean with the very basic Dimension / Miramax discs of the 90s and early 2000s. The chapter list, the first edition release of Halloween Resurrection. Here's the Miramax Dimension Halloween Resurrection menu with a very familiar Halloween 1 credits logo here on the top. Quite possibly my least favorite of the Halloweens. Sneak peeks had the Miramax titles. And then the special features here have a really cool headcam featurette, as well as a really cool tour of the set with the production designer. Those are my two favorite special features. Not a whole lot going on in this menu. There's not even any moving titles. They're just stills from the movie. We're going to check out my favorite scene from the movie, because there aren't a whole bunch of them that I enjoyed from this movie myself. But this one's pretty cool. Trick-or-treaters coming up to Michael Myers' house. The one thing they did do an excellent job on is the Myers house in this movie. That's the one thing they got right. And so here's the picture quality from that scene. Not too bad for a 2002 DVD.
The Echo Bridge edition on this one. Really can't tell these apart. Only difference on this being the Miramax logo at the top. Again, with Echo Bridge, I like the artwork on the side better, just like on the H2O, just like on the Halloween 6. Similarly, I think they did a better job with this. You can see Michael Myers a lot better on their release. And Echo Bridge is a cheap company, and they did a better job than Miramax did. See what I'm talking about? And then if we're going, like I think the direction we're going, this is going to be, yep, not a plain disc, but a original Halloween 8 poster art. Halloween fans who are older like me remember that was the original artwork for Halloween 8. It was none of this. It was just essentially this was the original poster.
Here's the Halloween Resurrection menu from Echo Bridge, and they finally got the music right. Halloween Resurrection music with a Halloween Resurrection movie. They didn't opt to put the Halloween H2O music as they could have done, or Halloween 6, as we have been seeing some strange things from Echo Bridge. Pretty basic DVD menu that anybody could have just probably made at home. And it doesn't improve when you hit the chapters either. It gets even worse. This is just very, very basic. But it was a value bargain bin DVD, so can't complain for what Echo Bridge was charging back when for their titles. We're going to check out that same scene. Picture quality, not bad. Not bad picture quality from Echo Bridge. And once again, we're going to compare this picture quality from Echo Bridge to that of the Miramax in Dimension. Echo Bridge being on the bottom, the original release being on the top. They're about the same.
You're almost wrapped, like I said, on the original Halloween films. This is the collection of the last 3 films that we've seen in our video. Halloween collection. Used to have this at Walmart all the time for $5. That's where I got mine. Bare bones on the artwork. Just a rundown of the films. Nothing really to see here, nor do I have a copy that is not packaged, so we can't take a look at the inside. Similarly, they would cash in on the cover art craziness and re-release that in this. And I do have this on the eBay store as well. If you're in need of this, hit up the eBay store. I have a nice, clean, pristine copy that will ship any case defender like the one that I have on this. Same 3 films. Definite upgrade on the back of this, although even what's in the back of this is the same as this. So it's just an upgrade on the slipcover, honestly.
The Halloween 3 film collection, I decided to open it up. Just have a single disc with one movie on one side, and then H2O and Resurrection together on the flip side. So here we go with side 1 of our double-sided disc. Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers. Apparently a Echo Bridge rip with the Halloween H2O music, as we had just seen a moment ago. If you think this menu's bad, check out this one. We flip the disc over, and there's 2 movies on one side, Halloween H2O and Halloween Resurrection. Strangely enough, with matching music for Halloween Resurrection, maybe they couldn't get the rights for Halloween 6, I would imagine. The rights nowadays are a joke. If you go to Lowe's, you could hear any number of items trying to play Michael Myers music, but it's just a weird little jingle. It's not even the John Carpenter Halloween theme anymore. And another basic menu.
We have moved along into the remake series of Halloween. This is this 2-disc special edition Rob Zombie's Halloween. This is the unrated director's cut, which was first available to us. I think I got mine at Target. Hard to believe it's coming up on 20 years since the release of this film. Can't believe that. I'm a dork, so I like to keep all my artworks forward facing. So that's not much of a stretch from the cover. Same picture. Would have liked to have seen that as the cover though, because that's the original poster art. Makes a little bit more sense in my opinion. However, that's a 2-disc edition.
So this is the Rob Zombie Halloween unrated edition. This is the menu, and it's going to be a very recycled menu, as you will see forthcoming in the video. They sure didn't switch it up a whole lot, is what I'm saying, for future releases. Not a bad looking menu. There is no movie in motion on the menu though. These are all stills again. The image does not change as you scroll through them either. Checking out the picture quality, it's not bad. It was 2007, so there was many advancements in picture quality since we first began checking out DVDs from 1999. And here's disc 2 with the special features. Very similar menu, if not the same. Only difference being the movie was on disc 1, and most of the special features are going to be on disc 2. This thing's pretty loaded with special features. Lots of deleted scenes, bloopers, alternate endings, things that continue here on this second page and third page. So for a DVD, this thing's loaded up.
The Blockbuster single discs. Single discs, yeah. That's me. No, single disc edition. Blockbuster exclusive, which is just a plain disc, sad looking disc. Pretty much looks the same until you pull it out and see that this just says Blockbuster exclusive. Everything else is more or less the same, just less special features on it.
Here's our familiar menu once again. It's the exact same menu. Only difference being, within this menu, when you click on the special features, there is a bonus special feature that was exclusive, which is this Rob Zombie featurette.
Moving along to the rated theatrical version. And my Target receipt is right there, 20 bucks on release date. And the card that Sybil Danning gave me when I met her. There is the disc. They went the cheapy route and is double-sided, and it's the same exact disc as we had just seen in our first Rob Zombie DVD. It's the exact same thing. Only difference is one is the director's cut, and this is just a feature film rated R.
So here is that same menu once again. The only difference being that this is the theatrical edition of Rob Zombie's Halloween. Literally everything else on this is going to be the exact same thing.
And in order to get you to buy this for the second, third, or fourth time, they re-released this as a 3-disc unrated collector's edition. And this has like a 4-hour or longer documentary on it, as you see right there. So this is the edition to get if you need this. Comes with the same unrated director's cut. Comes with the same special features. Essentially, you're paying for this 3rd disc, Making of Halloween.
Sorry for the choppiness of this picture. This is the same DVD menu, but my DVD player is being an F. So we'll skip forward. This is entirely a 4-hour documentary. Definitely a worthwhile watch of how they made Halloween 2007.
I mean, every day is a new problem, a new solution. I mean, that's, I guess, one of the most interesting things to me about making movies, about doing what I do, is that you're constantly having to solve problems and come up with interesting solutions. A lot of times it's just a practical solution. How do you do this? How do you accomplish this?
All right, so hold the stand on top of the ladder and just hold the stick out as far as you can. Yeah, turn on. Down, roll sound, please.
Walmart would slap a slip cover on this and re-release it. This is from about 2023, I believe. And it is the same exact thing on the inside that we covered about 3 times now. That would be this. Probably the 1-disc edition. Let's see. Yep. They dumbed it down to 1 disc. One of the most hated Halloween films I hold in my hand. Not sure what side of the fence you guys fall on. I got thumbs in the middle on this one myself. Don't think it's great, don't think it's terrible, definitely not the worst now. Halloween 2, this is the theatrical version, which is the rated version. See there, rated R. Cool looking disc. Probably not the route I would have gone if I was in charge of the artwork. I would have just done probably this. Similarly, the unrated director's cut Same artwork, looks exactly the same all the way around. Same disc as well. Only difference being that says unrated. That says theatrical. And again, similarly, Halloween 2 would get a re-release with a slipcover around 2023. This is what that would be, a Walmart exclusive.
Again, with the choppiness on my DVD player, it doesn't care for the Rob Zombie discs, just like I really didn't care for the movies as well. This is the H2 menu. We're going to get out of this because it's too choppy. This is just the basic, again, steals on the menu. And we're not going to do any picture quality comparison because these DVDs are so new that there's nothing to really compare and contrast. Picture quality on these are great. These are the special features within this disc.
We're getting very close to the end as we are entering our last 3 films on today's episode. This is the Halloween 2018 with slipcover, which I believe only the initial run of the films will include a slipcover. After that, movies typically just come out like this on the shelves. And that is what this is. Mine is not open. So when we explore the menu, we'll be exploring the Blu-ray if possible. That is debatable. Hands down the best Halloween sequel ever. I'm partial to Halloween 2 and Halloween 4. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments. Halloween 2018, hands down the best Halloween sequel ever. Let's open it up for discussion. Here's that same movie in a special slipcover, this one being in orange. And I do have a copy like this on the store for those who are in need. And here's that movie once again, this time in green. I do have similarly a copy like this on the eBay store. And again, with some alternate artwork. Same movie, different artwork, different slipcover. And again, hit the eBay store. If you need this exact copy, I have one on the eBay store.
So this is the extremely basic Halloween 2018 menu, which is kind of disappointing that it's so just nothing, just a poster art, basically. They could have gone flashy, but they just went simple with it. This is the scene menu. Would have loved to have had that Michael in the closet. That's from that picture here on the screen now. They had that at the movie theaters when they were promoting the movie. I asked for it, but never heard back. Sad face. Some of the bonus features that are within this release.
We move along to my personal favorite Halloween over the last, probably the course of the last 20 years, Halloween Kills. My favorite Halloween that has been released since H2O came out. And again, with a special edition slipcover, similarly to Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills got one. And it received this as well. So, same movie on the inside, different slipcovers. And lastly, Halloween Ends. The most controversial Halloween possibly ever released. Garnered a lot of negative reviews. I personally think it's a well-acted movie, a well-made movie. Not exactly what most of us wanted to see in a Halloween movie, though. So if you guys feel like I'm rushing through this, I'm not trying to rush through it. It's just these are all sealed copies, so there's really nothing to see. The artwork on the inside of this is going to be the same all around. And these are all sealed movies, so I'm not trying to rush the video now that we're close to the end. It's just those are sealed and they don't look any different. I already know. But this one will. This is the Halloween trilogy, a special slipcase, which is particularly what I bought it for. I didn't need any of these, obviously. So this artwork on the inside of this does appear a little bit different. I only know that because they are still selling it. I saw it this year at Walmart. So when you pull this out, you can see it's different. It's just a basic. Whoops. There goes another receipt. This is the copy they have without the slipcover, at least at the Walmart that I was at. They still sell this. I bet I overpaid for this thing. Let's see. So according to this receipt that I have, this is a Target release, not a Walmart. Huh. Says it was $24.99 at Target. As we wind down to our last two DVDs, I want to thank you guys for joining me on today's episode and remind you that you can follow my Instagram at the link in the video description and on the screen. I love how Fry's Electronics used to ruin the DVD slipcovers by putting a sticker on that was not removable. They did that a lot. This was an awesome release back in the day. Lots of special features, lots of cool things. This is 25 Years of Terror. And then on the inside, it's loaded. It has a mega booklet here. It has a Halloween comic. Probably not, I'm assuming probably not any of the future releases beyond the initial release included this limited edition comic book. Again, I'll hold on to this right here in case you want to pause and read through this. Here's the chapter selections. Used to watch this all the time. Basically, there's a documentary on this, and there's a lot of footage from the H25 convention on this as well.
So here we have the Halloween H2O documentary, loaded with lots of good stuff. It's an excellent documentary, lots of good bonus features, especially if you're unable to attend the conventions. Get a peek at all the happenings of the 25th anniversary convention for Halloween. I didn't make it out to this one myself. And here are all the extras that are included on disc 1. Lots of good stuff. I guess it's a good thing that that video was so choppy for my DVD player because it'll keep me from getting any copyright things for that.
And lastly on our episode for today, might be the most rare. item that I have in the DVD collection of Halloween. This is the inside story of Halloween. This aired on A&E back in 2010. It's not a homemade case. I actually bought this. This is how it was sold back in the day. Extremely limited run. It looks like it's just a homemade DVD, I know, but it's not. Even this just looks like something I might have printed up, but this is the real deal Halloween inside story.
So there was no menu, that was it. And this is the sneak peek of the documentary as it begins. I'm not going to be able to show a whole lot of it on here just because of copyright things, etc. But this is an awesome documentary. I have it on VHS that I recorded from TV. And I immediately ordered it from AMC when they had it available. I would encourage any Halloween collector to get your hands on this documentary.
That is a wrap on the Halloween on DVD episode. Finally, we have gone through them all. And finally, from the last time I talked to you guys, I got my backyard cleaned up after all of this. Let's see. No more junk. I'll put this stack back. Say thank you to you guys for joining me once again. Next time we get to do it all over, but next time we're gonna deep dive into these Blu-rays, which you see here. And if there's any interest in doing Friday the 13th on VHS, I surely have enough Friday the 13th on VHS and Friday the 13th on DVD and Blu-ray to make an episode of that as well. But until the next time I see you guys on the channel, I'm going to go ahead and say so long, everybody.